What's up everyone? Today we are installing a catch can. I picked up this catch can from eBay. It's branded as Bull Performance, but I think that's just who I bought it from because they all look the same. They're just a cheap catch can, and I think the company that I actually bought it from just branded it themselves. But whatever, if you guys want to get the same one, that's it there. It's pretty simple, and the bottom of it just screws off. Can't get it off. Then it's baffled in there so that hopefully no oil comes through. I also picked up a couple other things. So right now I want to try and run just one catch can. If you're familiar with the minis, I don't know about the N18, but specifically on the N14 for sure, it has two different ports on the valve cover. One on this side, which if you guys watched the air intake video, you'll have already seen that I put in this little aluminum barbed fitting, which actually came from a company called McNally Electronics, which is strange, but they make a whole set of them. They make one for this side of the valve cover, and also one if you keep the factory air intake. They've got one with a provision to pop into there. And then on the other side, there's another breather at the back here that goes down right next to the throttle body. And they make ports for, or little barb fittings for those as well. So I have the full set from them. But what I'd like to try and do is run just one catch can. And I picked up these block off plugs, whatever you want to call them. I don't think this part number is the actual part number for the part, but there it is if you guys want to see it. So on the N14s that were used in the like Peugeots and Citroens, I think were the two that used this engine as well, they actually capped them off from the factory. So I would like to try and do that as well. I want to try cap those off and have just the one catch can just on the intake side. I will keep an eye on things if I end up having a little bit of smoking coming out of the tailpipe, because I'm getting some oil into the turbo, into the turbo and then into the exhaust. So have a little bit of smoking. I will add a second catch can at that point, but I would like to see if I can run just the one. So I'll just keep an eye on it, see if I can. The other thing that I wanted to do while I was doing this was the heater, that's the heater, PCV heater that's in there, in the intake side. From the factory. They make PCV heater delete kits. I looked around a lot and I wasn't able to find one for an N14. I did find one for the N18. It's actually NM. I can't remember the actual name of the full name of the company. But anyone familiar with mini stuff will be familiar with NM. So I picked this up because the company, not NM, the company I bought them from, actually said that they would fit on the N14 as well. So that's why I bought it. Definitely isn't going to work on the N14. The connector, which is right here, a little bit far away for you guys to see, but it's about twice the size as the connector that's on these. So this is definitely not going to work. So I guess I'll just return these. For now, I guess I'll just plug the heater in and just zip tie it up somewhere. If you guys have any suggestions on what I can do, please leave a comment below. I know if I could just figure out what the resistance is, I could just put a resistor in there so that it just thinks it's there. But I don't know the resistance of what that needs to be. If any of you guys know that, please leave a comment below and let me know. I don't want it in the intake tract anymore. It gets cold here, but not cold enough to the point that I'm worried about any freezing or anything weird with it. So I want to delete it, but I'm not 100% sure how yet. So if you guys can help me out, that'd be great. I did pick up this 3/4 inch hose from O'Reilly Auto Parts, so I will be using this to route from the breather or from the crankcase over to the catch can, and then from the catch can back to the intake. So I will get started on that. I probably will mount it over this side. I've seen a lot of people mount it over on this side, but there is a small box there. I don't know if it's fuses or what it is. I haven't opened it up, but it looks like a small fuse box. But I would rather just leave that there. And since I have a big free space of nothing over here, I think I'll probably mount it over here. If I do end up having to mount a second one, at that point, I may mount them both on this side, or I may mount one on each side. I'll see what I do if I have to do that in the future. But let's get to it. So the cap sucked a little bit to get on. Obviously not this top one, that was easy, but the bottom one, I thought that that vent tube just went kind of straight down to here. It actually goes all the way under the intake manifold, and it's actually attached on this side. So I have to take a whole bunch of stuff out of the way to actually get to it. Now that we've got all this out of the way, I can actually drill some holes to mount that catch can also. So I'm gonna try an experiment with that heater delete kit, I guess. I'm gonna put just a piece of wire in it just to loop it back and see if that just completes the circuit. Maybe there doesn't need to be a resistor in there, but I don't know. I wanna give it a try, and if I don't have a check engine light pop on, I'll just run with it. Well, that's it, guys. Got catch can all routed. There's a couple tight sections, but it's still got plenty of hose there. Got those caps on. You can see the one there. The other one is underneath there, and you wouldn't be able to see it. And we've also got it routed underneath everything over here to this side of the intake so that we can actually have vacuum on there. So we'll see how the having the single catch can works. Just keep an eye on it, make sure there's no smoke coming out the tailpipe. If there is, like I said, I'll just buy a second one, and I guess we'll run two. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully we can just run the one. We'll see how that goes, and we'll see how my my heater relay kind of thing. We'll see how that works. With all that done, it's basically ready to drive. I do have to fix the shocks. If you guys watched a couple videos ago, I said that I went to an autocross day and actually blew out the shock or the strut on this side. We've got a full set of coilovers, so I'll be having to do those really soon. Probably shouldn't go for a drive as it sits right now because it's pretty bad. The seal is completely blown, and anytime it's any kind of dip in the road, it just spurts fluid out. So keep an eye out for that coilover video coming also very soon. And when it does, we'll actually take it out for a drive, and I'll probably put a GoPro up in the engine bay. I might even put it inside the intake box, just kind of stick it in here. maybe with some Velcro or something so it's not just sliding around. That way we can get some really good audio of what the intake sounds like. And it does have the Go Fast Bits diverter valve, which if you guys are following it all, you have seen that quite a few videos ago. So it does make some cool noises with that. Made some cool noises with the factory diverter valve as well, but it makes better noises with that Go Fast Bits diverter valve. So we'll definitely have to go for a drive and let you guys hear that. I want to hear it too. I mean, I hear it in the cab, but I want to hear it with the GoPro actually up in the airbox. I think that would be a really cool video. We'll probably do that when we go for a drive next. If you guys aren't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and we will see you in another video very soon.